Welcome everybody. We got some late night action here on the Sporty stream. Hopefully everybody is doing well. Man, it has been a while, but we're back again. And there's more action here. Much earlier today, Voltage A versus Ozymandias, and Ozymandias taking down a Voltage 3-1. Now, we got Nightcast Strikers Gold versus Zerberus. So that will be fun as well. Again, we got a Golden Cup matchup coming up next here on the stream. Out of the Golden Cup Season 3 Week 1 action is Tier 2 3v3 here. Golden Cup, again, just starting its first week of its regular season. My goodness, two teams who are going to be playing a pretty late match here. At least for me, it's going to be late. For them, it's not going to be too late at all. With them being, I believe all of them being Western, so it's going to be like a 3-hour difference for them, so they won't mind at all. As again, we're going to make sure we set thing up for them here again. Our matchup, Knights of Chaos Strikers Gold versus Zerberus. Knights of Chaos Strikers Gold, part of the Knights of Chaos organization that has been on the stream many times. In fact, Jen himself has been on the stream a ton, usually representing their Emerald side, but obviously here in the Golden Cup, he is on their Gold team. Well, they name themselves the Gold team. As we've got to make sure we actually get them. Actually, in the lobby. Pretty late match as well, so. Pretty fun though. I don't usually have matches this late, but not against it. As there you go. Lobby info sent to both these teams. Again, matchup. This is only week 1 of the league. There's a lot of weeks to go. If we were to take a look at everything. Or take a look, yeah, this is a 7-week season. There are 8 teams in this grouping. 7 weeks total. You gotta make sure you make the most of them. You're gonna have a matchup every single week for these guys. So, again, it's gonna be tough. Not gonna be an easy matchup. There's a lot of really solid teams here. You wanna get off to the best start you possibly can, and so both these teams, they'll be taken to the match very soon here again. Let's get Strikers Gold. Jen, probably the most recognizable player. He's known as Germangen, Jen Bonus inside. He's gone by a couple names. I usually call him Jen. He goes by here. And for Zerberus, we actually have seen this team. We saw them last season of the Golden Cup, actually, back in a match that they had when they played Strikers against Emerald Gold. And again, they played Jen. Although that Emerald team, I believe they swept Zerberus in that match. So Zerberus coming in this season, only 3 players on their roster instead of what they had before, which was 5 players. So a difference here from them. As for Strikers Gold again, only 3 players of their own too. Not a very big roster. But you don't need a big roster to be good. I'm just waiting on these teams to get in the lobby, ready up. This will be doing that here shortly. Again, do not worry, we'll get them in as soon as possible. As soon as everybody is here, we'll get this match started. Again, Strikers Chaos Gold versus Zerberus for the Golden Cup, hosted by Golden Hour Esports, org that is relatively familiar. If you've been around the stream long enough, you'll know Golden Hour. We actually haven't seen them play on the stream in a while, but it should be. I'm sure that one of the teams will be making an appearance here very soon. As again, lobby info has been sent. Hello, Jen. How you doing? Yeah, man. No, I'm doing good, man. It's a little tiring. It's late. I've been up for a very long amount of time, but I'm happy to have this. It'll be a fun match at the end of the night. A best of 5 series. And again, knowing you, Jen, sure the gold rush will do just fine. But knowing Zerberus, they'll be a good matchup. Team that has been around for a little while, so they'll know how to play around each other. As again, prediction poll is up. Put your points down on who you think will take this one. And if you do have a prediction, you want to put it in chat, let me know here, because I love making good predictions. I love seeing people taking sides here. Again, just waiting on this match. My hair is an absolute mess. There you go, that's better. My hair's a mess tonight. My hair's always a mess. But again, we're gonna see if we can get everybody in here. We'll go in game again. Reminder: best of 5 match. We'll see how these two teams do. Again, this is tier 2. I actually don't know the strength of these teams right now. I mean, I know how good Jen is, and I'm assuming his teammates are around the same rank as him. And I believe he won the last season, actually, in the 3v3, in their division for 3v3. But at that point, they were in tier 3, so... Now in tier 2, there are other really strong opponents in here. The one that comes to my mind is GHE Red. And GHE Black. And Venom Red and Venom Black. That's confusing. But yeah, Venom Esports and Golden Esports, they got a couple teams in there, and those teams are all going to be pretty solid. Again, the lobby is set. We can get these guys in as soon as possible. As soon as they're both here, we're going to be starting the series. And it's best of 5 again for week 1. Long night. Again, I thank all of you for being here. As Kuton does with a radar for you. Thank you, Kuton. How was your stream, Kuton? I know you're having some 1v1 show matches. Hopefully you're doing well, buddy. Nice to see you. As I think that's... Yeah, Strikers Gold have just entered the lobby. Prediction poll is still up for maybe another minute, so if you want to get some votes down for either Strikers Chaos... Sorry, Knights of Chaos, Strikers Gold, or Zerberus, now is your time to do it, as everybody in for KOC... SOC Gold? How would I say that? I guess Strikers Gold. And then we'll be waiting on Zerberus to make their... to join up as well. They got 7 Whistle, Voiceless, Wolfern, and Whistle with an S, I should say, because I did make the mistake on my match banner. I did notice that it's 7 Whistle, not Zevin Whistle. I don't know how I didn't notice that. But anyway, we'll get them in as soon as possible. Again, just waiting. We don't have really any rush here, but so these guys want to get their match started on time. That I say, I don't blame them at all. As we're just about approaching our match start time. Get your final predictions in. Again, I want to see some good amount of voting going through. A lot of points could be on the line here in the chat, but also again, just the regular season for both these teams starting up. You only have 7 weeks, so. And we'll be waiting here as we did just get message here from servers. They are having some issues with getting all their players in the lobby, so we'll be waiting on them. We should have them in any moment here. As soon as we get confirmation, we'll be good to go. And we're going to need to see how much time they have, because again, we are hearing from Zerberus that they are not actually going to be ready at their match start time. I do apologize, but we'll make sure to get them in as soon as possible. I believe we give them up to 15 minutes. Afterwards. Yeah, it's a 15-minute grace period, so yeah, we'll give them a 15-minute grace period for them to join. Hello, Isaiah, how you doing? Am I helping you? Nah, no problem, buddy. I'm happy to help you with your stream. Hopefully you're doing well, Isaiah. We're just waiting on Zerberus to join here. This will actually be an interesting rematch, though, between the Zerberus team and Gen Bonus inside. Because Gen did beat these guys last season, a sweep as well. Zerberus got a lot of work to do if they want to take down Strikers Chaos Gold, but not to say that Zerberus hasn't gotten better. I'm sure they've gotten better. Again, it's going to be interesting seeing these guys back in for the first time. Again, I do apologize for the delay. Just trying to make sure that everybody is going to be able to jump in, but again, Zerberus, this will start their 15-minute grace period. They're waiting on one of their players to connect. You doing good, Isaiah? I'm doing good too. Thanks for asking. It's been a long day though. I'm pretty tired. But of course, that doesn't mean we can't get to see some Rocket League action. I mean, again, we can wait for we can wait for Zerberus to join in. We are in no rush. As there they are. There's Wolfern. It's one of their players. Where are the other ones? There they are. Seven Whistle and Voiceless. And here we go. Best of 5. That's very sweet of you. Again, good luck to both these teams. Here we go. Best of 5, week 1 of the Golden Cup. Winner of this will start their season off well. Loser will have to make a bit of a comeback here for the rest of the season. You only have 7 weeks to really make yourself known, and it's not easy to get to the playoffs. You gotta be in the top 4, I believe, to make it into the playoffs, so it's gonna be difficult in an 8-team bracket. You gotta have more wins than losses, essentially. Guarantee your spots. And here we go. The Strikers of Chaos Gold on the blue. And it's Zerberus on the orange. Jen, the rematch against the Zerberus side, a side that he swept last season. Now in this season. And he do just the same. Plugs, early offense. Zerberus, definitely you can see, getting pushed back here, but been working for any of these teams. There's no one able to get the ball. Plugs trying to get the challenge on Voiceless, but it is cleared away, and Jen sending it all the way back in. Gold, not really spending much time before getting into offense, but Wolfern with the clear. Plugs will end it away. Still, though, the offense kind of muted from both these teams. Not really what we're fully expecting, as a lot of really slow starts as Jen, Demon's Wolfern, stays in the corner, and in comes Dark Helmet. Pinch with Wolfern will go away. Wolfern, like that's kind of the speedy player out here for Zerberus, really announcing everything as that he can possibly. Now it's Zerberus who are on the offense. There's a Chaos Gold. This is a roster of players that are generally somewhat unproven to me. Jen, though, has been, but I haven't seen him play on this field in a while. As for Emerald, they ended up having him more as a sub at the end, near the end of that team's run. Now here on Gold, being their captain, we'll see what kind of a change he can make, if he can prove that he does this, that he is still as strong as he was before, or... And he also has, again, 2 teammates, Dark Helmet and Plugs. Plugs, I think, has been on the stream before. I feel like I definitely recognize him more than Dark Helmet, though. Dark Helmet, someone that I really don't know anything about. And for Zerberus, we know what Zerberus can do. They're going to be a team that is going to stand in the way here of Gold, but it's a team I think that Gold can beat. I mean, right now, we're seeing both these teams. Either of them could win. There's Plugs. That's going to be a good shot from Plugs, and that's the first goal. Gold will start the scoring off on top. I was going to mention how Strikers of Chaos Gold do feel like they're the ones with the upper hand, and, well, I mean, they prove it here. Wolfern to get that touch, and it's Plugs to score the first one. And it is Gold who start out on top. But how long will they stay that way, and more rather, can they add more? 1 goal would be great, but against Zerberus, against most teams, you're not going to be able to keep a 1-goal lead forever. This Gold roster, their defense, well, strong against Zerberus. It's not something you want to be relying on for the entirety of the series. There's Jen off the corner. In midfield, Wolfern gets the clear. Plugs waiting all the way back, but should be his chance to get some offense. Plugs over 7 Whistle. No one back. Plugs gonna go the distance. He's got the final touch, and Plugs over everybody. Strikers Gold now double their lead to 2. Plugs straight from the midfield. Gonna crush the hopes of Zerberus. That's one way to do it. Not afraid to put on the offense. There's Jen. Big clear downfield. Be able to take down Voiceless with him. That pinch going all the way back. Plugs has to be careful. Gets past Wolfern too. 7 Whistle. Demoed by Dark Helmet, and it's an open net for Plugs. Another goal for Gold. They're really starting to rack things up. Plugs has his 3rd goal already. He gets over Wolfern, and that demo on 7 Whistle from Dark Helmet does everything he needs to do. Zerberus starting to get overpowered here. As Strikers Gold really, again, putting the offense up to the level that they should be at, but more importantly, it's Plugs who's doing it. How many times I've mentioned how Jen himself has a really killer shot, especially from near angles like this. The Plugs is the one who's putting the goals in. Shows a different kind of playstyle entirely. Jen maybe he's taking a step back, but not so much of a step back that he isn't getting, that he isn't not being, he's not being involved in the offense. He is definitely being involved in the offense. Just hasn't been the one to score yet. That play, it's right in front for 7 whistle, but Zerberus still unable to really find some shooting opportunities. As Gold can get rid of this one. As Wolfern will get one back. And a couple misses here from Striker's Gold does keep them honest here as Plugs. What is usually a routine touch for him is one he misses that fails to make there. And Dark Helmet situating himself on that front post. Doesn't flip into that one, and the ball will sail past him. Zerberus with 1 goal of their own. As Striker's Gold, what kind of a response can they make? Plugs. Towards the net, 2 commit from Zerberus. Plugs still committing. Off the back wall, Voiceless with the clear. Wolfern past Dark Helmet. Now trying to get past everybody. Jen's last one back. Demoed by 7 whistle, but he does get the touch away. And now Plugs 50-50 with Voiceless. No offense will come from Zerberus anymore from that play as Striker's Gold able to get a couple challenges going for them. Trying to break through as Jen. 7 whistle. His touch weak, but Wolfern is gonna get that clear. Wolfern. We're going all the way here. Wolfern has been ever the player to look out here for the Zerberus, but unfortunately, can't really say the same about his teammates. Voiceless, 7 whistle have both been kind of quiet here, kind of sitting back, letting Wolfern put in the offense. And let's be and to be fair, while Wolfern's done very well at putting in offense, putting in threatening plays, he has only 1 player on a 3-man roster. Well, that's Voiceless. 7 whistle 2 can really get themselves involved in this series. It's gonna be really tough for Zerberus to make any sort of a mark because game 1 already nearing its end. And it will be Striker's Gold who will start out on top with a 1-0 start. Zerberus. Well, they didn't really have much to show for themselves in this game. Striker's Gold. Don't let it drop now. They actually might want 1 more. And it's going to be an own goal. Dark Helmet puts it in. Well, not Dark Helmet putting it in. It's actually Dark Helmet who gets that final touch for Striker's Gold. And it's at least 7 whistle who put it in. Yeah, it's 7 whistle who backflips on that one. And somehow puts it in his own net. Striker's Gold. With a game 1 win. Overall, again, just overpowering their opponents. But all shots coming from Plugs. 5 shots from him. I mean, that is an interesting statistic, to say the least. As we'll move into game 2 here. Striker's Gold. Again, already off to a good start, but they're going to look to add more. This series is still far from over. Maybe with a game 1 victory like that, there are still issues with Striker's Gold, especially with that offense. Again, Plugs being the only one to shoot, while his shooting has been strong. I do worry if you don't see more from Dark Helmet or from Jen on the offense too. You need to have them get a couple shots themselves to really make you more confident in their overall ability. But so far, so good for Striker's Gold and for the Knights of Chaos organization that they represent. Zerberus, maybe an answer back. That one just off the crossbar. Wolfern again trying to get the offense started, but now he's got in the way of 7 whistle. Plugs to the corner. Maybe a pinch, but that goes completely backwards. And now Gold has to reset as that one from Dark Helmet. Leaving it in front. Jen trying to get the early shot. Voiceless clears it. Defense from Zerberus pretty far back, but they are doing well. Suffocating, but that's a good play up the back wall. They weren't covering that bird on defense. And Jen bonus inside with an easy finisher as Plugs sets him up. This is the offense we've been waiting to see from players not named Plugs. Plugs still involved, but the shooting now handed to one of his teammates, and even they'll be putting it in. And Striker's Goal taking less time in this game than the last one. Considerably less time in this game to get that first goal on the board, and maybe even now looking for a second. Dark Helmet, backfield, and Wolfern will cut it off. Plugs off the sidewall. Jen wants to redirect. Voiceless is in the way, and Wolfern, actually, he's missed this one himself. Wolfern unable to get that dribble very quickly and gives time for Striker's Goal to set up on defense. As Voiceless Scaring Seven Whistle away from his challenge. Now Wolfern again getting involved any way he can. Zerberus team seems to rely heavily on Wolfern. As that from Plug, so that's gone nowhere. Voiceless has the dribble. One-on-one with Dark Helmet, but he doesn't get that on the roof of his car. And Dark Helmet just waits for the opportunity to present itself. He'll get that clear. Now in comes Plugs off the back wall. Plugs wants the second touch. Wolfern dunked by Jen. Voiceless now. Dark Helmet fake challenge, leaving it for Plugs off the back wall. Seven Whistle directs it away, and Wolfern's got an open net. He'll put it in. Striker's Gold crumbling on defense as a couple bumps came out there from Zerberus. The clear came. Jen also getting bumped by Voiceless. Wolfern's got an open net. Zerberus able to attack back. And like last game, Zerberus not going to be shut out in this one either. And it's Voiceless getting involved in offense, maybe a bit of an unconventional way, but a way that does work for Zerberus. If Wolfern will be someone who will hit the ball where it needs to be hits, but again, he's gonna have to rely on his teammates here to help him out. As that as interesting play from Plugs, a demo, an interesting time as Dark Helmet with the clear. Voiceless gonna send it all the way back. Jen now maybe wants a quick shot. Seven Whistle who struggles to get to this one. He had a lot of boost there and really didn't like his position. That one dropping in front. Wolfern doesn't read it, and it's Jen who will. His second goal. Striker's Gold back in the lead. A quick response as the pitch falls in front of that. Wolfern couldn't read it. He had to kind of guess when the shot was coming, where it was going, and Jen, a little slower than expected, puts it in the middle of the net. Striker's Gold continuing the attack. Wolfern dunked by Jen. Plugs the big shot downfield. Voiceless with the save. Dark Helmet back in. Wolfern around the corner. Jen. Striker's Gold trying to find offense, but Zerberus isn't having any of it. They're going to try to find an equalizer. In this game for Striker's Gold, it's Jen who's becoming a little more involved in the offense, especially in the shooting. Can't forget about, Dark Helmet and Plugs too, getting involved. Plugs specifically with the assist on that first goal with play that had to happen if that goal was going to go in. As now, Zerberus, they're really struggling. Couple double commits. They're really panicking on defense. Jen, midfield, Wolfern across. Dark Helmet won't reach it. Wolfern on no boost, has to rely on just getting some ears. Plugs. And for Jen, he's got his hat trick. Jen, a bonus inside with his third goal on his fourth shot. Striker's Gold with some insurance here in game 2. Insurance they desperately needed, with this game being a little more difficult than their last one. And back the other way goes Wolfern. Stopped by Jen, who is just getting himself involved everywhere. Offense, defense, you name it, he'll do it. Striker's Gold in the posture here. You really can't blame him for doing that. Might as well. As the offense still pouring in. Gold wants maybe one more. As for Zerberus, I'm running out here in game 2. Dark Helmet, what a doink. He's just got past 2 players with one move, and now Jen getting a little bit faster than Wolfern on that challenge. Seven Whistle with the clear. Great to Dark Helmet though, a double commit from Gold. It won't be countered as they're still in the grip of the offense for Jen. They're trying to get his 4th goal, and that's a brilliant shot from Jen. Plugs once again with the assist. Jen wanted to jump early for that one, but Plugs called him off, said, no, I got the pass, and Jen respected that, and that's why you respect Plugs here. He's been playing really well this series. Jen will let him do his thing, and for Gold, that should be the goal that secures game 2. Looking to, once again, sweep Zerberus in the Golden Cup. This one much closer than the last one. The last one, I remember the last game was a historically one-sided affair. With what was again, Striker's Guest Emerald at that time. Having no issue taking these guys down. Now in this game, you can see definitely some issues. for this gold roster. But even so, they still have a multi-goal lead. And a pretty substantial defense to boot it with, as may want one more. Jen, off the back wall. Voiceless. Drop down. Game 2 goes to Strikers Gold, as now they only need one to take this series and to start their season off 1-0. All they need to do is get this last game, and we have seen reverse sweeps, but in a situation like this for Zerberus, they're going to have to go to that drawing board, really look at themselves, take a hard look and ask, what do we do? What should we change? There's a lot of things they could do differently. Knowing them, they'll have something cooking. Strikers Gold. Still showing the same old offense. Really, they don't look too perturbed from the pressures. Plugs. All 4 assists, actually. I didn't even notice that. He had 4 assists. He assisted every single goal that Jen had. Even if he's not getting involved in the shooting, he's definitely getting involved somewhere in the offense. Plugs, a massive addition to this team. As now we go to game 3. Strikers Gold only need one more, and they'll be starting off their season favorably. What you could say is a rematch may just seem to repeat history here all over again. Unless something can change here for Zerberus. Jen, though, doesn't want it to be that way, although he's a little high on that touch. As everybody committing, that's 7 whistle. No one challenging correctly for goal. That's an easy one for Zerberus. 7 whistle with a freebie as Gold. Not only did they make one mistake by double committing, both players didn't put in a very favorable challenge. Both of them hitting the ball on the side rather than going all in for it. Hitting that center. And essentially, they gave a goal away here, too. Zerberus. Zerberus will take that happily. Strikers Gold cannot get too overconfident, because ultimately, they do have a series to win, and with Zerberus starting to heat up a little bit here. Be a little more. They might want to be a little more cautious. What they originally planned as Voiceless. Long play, Dark Helmet with a stop, but he's floating. Plugs will get the clear over Wolfern. And 7 whistle waiting. Waiting a lot here. Plugs wanted the fake, but Voiceless didn't bite. Zerberus once again get that ball away from defense. But Gold, whoa, the passing plays just working for them. Zerberus just going to try to keep someone at that net at all times. Wolfern. Quick play, Dark Helmet with the stop, and now here comes 7 whistle, his follow-up. Only going to be resulting in a pass to Wolfern, who's missed this one completely. It won't be countered here, as Bulls still have a long ways to go before they really get to offense. Jen. Back wall, Wolfern. Reads it, but multiple players committing for Zerberus, and this is time for Gold to put on some offense. Everybody getting involved. 7 whistle with a massive dunk. The defense of Zerberus definitely a lot stronger right now than they were in their last couple games. As they got some dunks, that one, another close shot. It's off the post. Voiceless and 7 whistle, both shooting pretty strongly. 7 whistle the only goal so far, but 3 shots that have all been very dangerous. Only one of them going in, but a few things change. If they able to put their shots a little bit more on target, we could be seeing Zerberus taking this game quite cleanly. As Plugs got to be careful off the back wall. Wolfern stopped by Jen. Plugs now by himself trying to get the jump on. Voiceless. Fake from Plugs. Follow up. Towards the net. Wolfern gets the save. Zerberus gonna put an end to their misery, but here comes Strikers Gold, and this is their offense. Voiceless with a save to the corner. Plugs. Mid for Jen. 7 whistle. Not far though. Jen's quick shot. Awkward play. Jen's gonna follow up. Wolfern is there in the way. He will actually get the jump here on Plugs, but that touch only straight into Plugs. There's Gold with another key defensive play, as they've had to make a couple this game. A couple more than they'd probably like to admit against a team that usually have such strong leads to. In this game, they're just trying to find a way to come back. Plugs. That's a good touch. Dark Helmet. And he didn't get a touch there. Voiceless was biting on that he would miss that. But that was definitely one he could have gotten there. And for Dark Helmet, his shooting, I don't know if he's actually scored yet this series. I don't believe he has. Still haven't seen him get on that board. And there's Voiceless. I don't believe Voiceless has scored either as Jen. Almost got it, but he got bumped into the save by Voiceless, who still keeping strong defense against Zerberus, always having someone back on defense. be a bit maybe a bit of paranoia for them, and that's the reason why they're doing that. But also, they know that Gold can transition quickly, and Gold can do that. Plugs will find the open net. Man, it's taken them a long time to get their first goal. They will come from Zen and over at play. He sits on Voiceless. Whatever he does there, it worked. He prevented Voiceless from moving. A bit of a silly looking play. We'll go for your Striker's goal. They won't complain. If you've been shut out for almost 3.5 minutes in one game, you'll take any goal that you can get. Says Plugs. Back wall. Misses the clear. Wolfern! What a save from Dark Helmet, who rushed to aid quickly. There's Jen. Around Voiceless. Now Wolfern to beat. He's got the pinch. Midfield. Where is it? It's Dark Helmet! That's his first goal of the series. Strikers Gold. Not only do they have one goal, they have two now as Jen taking it down the field. Jukes. Trips. Everything he has. He gets around the defense. Knights of Chaos Strikers Gold now. Up by 1. They're not done yet. They want more. They're never happy with just a 1-goal lead. Plug's trying to go the distance. Wolfern with the stop. Dark Helmet was looking eager to get into that one and get what would be another goal for his team. One that would be coming in quickly as Dark Helmet now all by himself of that corner. Pitch only goes to Wolfern. Zerberus going to find their way back after scoring first in this game. Holding that lead for such a long amount of time. They've now struggled. And you got to think about those early shots they had. Some of them were ones that were right in front of the net and they hit the post, or they were just wide of that net. And now you have the question is, if those plays did go in, would we be seeing a different game? I would argue that we would. The Strikers Gold. And Zerberus cannot think about that. And they have to just think about now getting something back. Zerberus. Series life on the line here as we're now inside the final half a minute. Strikers Gold playing all-time defense. Looking to keep that 1-goal lead, but maybe at a second. That one cleared. Wolfern chasing this one down. Dark Helmet. Gotta be careful. Off a corner. Wolfern overcommitted. And Zerberus gotta move back. They do get around Jen. Up the sidewall. 7 whistle. Out across, looking for Wolfern, but challenged by Plugs will hit the ground. Strikers of Chaos Gold. Sorry, Knights of Chaos Strikers Gold win the series in a sweep. The Knights of Chaos organization with another strong performance. 3 games straight from Strikers Gold. History repeats itself. They sweep these guys. Jen swept these guys last season. He'll do it once again. The offense, no joke from this Knights team, as they really, again, showed up when it mattered. Everybody getting at least 1 goal that series for Zerberus. It was just, they got better and better as the series went on, but it did feel like things started to slow down. As we're going to see if we can get an interview here at Strikers Gold. Don't leave yet. While they are winners. You know, we still got to get an interview with them. As here we go. Again, we'll get pulled in here, I think, from Strikers Gold, as been just waiting on them. As there we go. Hello there, Strikers Gold. A newer roster, you guys getting used to each other, but what a start to your season. A sweep against Zerberus. Jen, you did it last season. You do it again on a new roster. Jen?
Yes, we did. Sorry, I was muted.
He muted himself.
We did. With the new roster, I know it's going to be a challenge, but we had some hiccups and we corrected them and came up top.
Came out on top, and Plugs, I mean, a newer player for me again. I know Jen pretty well. I haven't seen Plugs or Dark Helmet play in a very long time, if ever.
Dark Helmet.
Yeah, I was gonna say both. Yeah, these guys newer to me, but again, Plugs coming to the series. There's a lot of questions on, at least for me, on what you're gonna do here. And obviously, you came out with some extremely strong firepower, a lot of offense, scoring a ton in game 1 and making all the assists in game 2 and then in game 3, helping round things out on defense. Tell me about the series, kind of about your impact. What is it about you and Jen that kind of make you guys such a strong and killer offense?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. You didn't. You haven't muted yourself.
I play with Jen, say 3/4 of the time that I'm actually on. I play with Eternal Vector. I know you know him. I think I've only played with you like once.
I think I remember that time. I was like, I recognize that name. I don't think from casting, but I think I do recognize you somewhat. Again, the way you work around Jen here, what was it that kind of gave you the confidence? Does Jen kind of, as a teammate, give you that confidence to play that aggressive kind of play style?
So it's I'm used to the way Jen plays. Okay, so I I know most of his tendencies, and I'm able to put the ball where he is, or I think he's gonna be, and which he ends up being.
Yeah, of course. Again, strong offense and obviously rounded out Dark Helmet playing pretty defensively, started things off. But yeah, I think you had kind of the goal to really set everything straight in game 3. Dark Helmet again. What coming into this Golden Cup against Zerberus. What what kind of what do you think? You had kind of a defensive role. I think you're the one who kind of sat back a little bit more. Tell me kind of about the role you had this series and kind of what you did to kind of help your team out, the impact that you had on these on again your two teammates, helping them get to this sweep win.
Oh, pretty much you already know me because I actually just changed my name. I
Oh,
am Shenanigans.
oh, your shenanigans!
So,
Oh my goodness, I just
yeah,
noticed as well. I do know you. That makes sense then that you'd be playing the defensive role on this roster. Oh,
correct. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, pretty much that's pretty much my strong suit is just more defensively. So let them do what they need to do and try to be in the right spot just to kind of be backup for them. So, I mean, I'm not the strongest offensive, never have been, and that's okay for me as long as those two keep doing what they're doing. I'm happy.
I didn't even know your shenanigans at first. I probably should have noticed, but my goodness, now I can see the correlation. Now it seems so obvious to me. Oh yeah, of course that's shenanigans who's playing. That reminds me a lot of him.
Yep.
And again, a strong play is on obviously for Jen. You guys start off with your win against Zerberus. You get the revenge. There was no revenge for Zerberus. You guys just repeat history. Now next week you're gonna play Venom Red. And I will say, there's two orgs that I'd be a little nervous about in this tournament. In the Golden Cup, it would be Golden Hour Esports and Venom Esports, or Venom Gaming. No, I think they go by Venom Esports. Again, tell me about Venom Red. Your next week match. What are you guys gonna do to kind of continue to improve in time for that matchup?
So I think Venom Black, or is it
You're
Golden
playing
Hour
Red. You're
Red?
playing Red next week.
Oh, Venom Red. If I remember right, I could be wrong.
Wait a second. Am I right? No, I'm sorry. You guys don't play Venom Red. You guys play GHG Black. Oh, that's
Yeah,
a scary roster.
GHG
You play
Black.
you play Golden Hour. Still the same thing. You play Golden Hour. Actually, my apologies. You play Golden Hour Esports Black, and that is probably one of the favorites to win your tier. So, what are you guys gonna kind of do to prepare for that? Because that is going to be a tough matchup.
Well, we're just gonna keep practicing and keep doing what we do best. I mean, we never played them before, so I know we played GHE Red before, so I think they were our second place winner when we played in Golden Esports season 2, I think.
Yep.
Um, so we'll just keep going, practice, and get better.
Yeah, I love to hear that again. The confidence is going to get better every single day. Again, congratulations on your win. It was a late match, but hey, I'm happy to be here to see you guys get your win. Before you go, we always do this. We always have a fun little shout out section, so we'll do it here as well. We'll start with you, Jen. Any shout outs that you have?
Shout out to the org, Vectors, or Knights of Chaos, the Mayhem, to the teammates, you, the other team, everybody watching. Thank you for coming out, and hopefully you guys can come next time.
Of course, and then we move on to Shenanigans, aka Dark Helmet. Dark Helmet, aka Shenanigans. Again, Dark Helmet. Do you have anything that you want to add to that?
I mean, just want to thank Jen for considering me to play because after our last series in Most Champs and RLSS, I had no clue what I was going to do. And then he gave me the opportunity to come play. So, gotta thank Jen and then Plugs. I mean, guy's been pretty nice to me as much as I freaking bump him. Still learning his play style. So, I'm kind of kind of a magnet to him right now, but I'll get that corrected.
A Gen Magnet. That's a new one.
Not to me, the Plugs.
Oh, sorry, a Plugs Magnet. Still, I've never heard that before. You know, I think that's a sentence that I think you can. I think Dark Helmet. You can say that is a first sentence. So you guess, congratulations, you've now made a sentence that no one ever has ever said before. As we'll end off with you, Plugs. Do you have anything you want to add on to that? Any shoutouts? Any final statements you want to make?
I give a shout out to Eternal Vector who brought me into the org. I've been playing with him for a little over a year now, and he's gotten better than me, and I wanna get better so I can beat him. You know?
All right, Plugs calling out Eternal Vector. I'd love to hear it. Again, congratulations on your win here at Knights of Chaos Strikers Gold. Hopefully I'll get to see you guys more in the future as you continue your run through the Golden Cup. Congratulations tonight, though, and have an amazing rest of your night. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon.
Thanks, Morty. I'm gonna try to keep booking you. So
Yeah, I'll always be open for it. Just keep messaging me. You know where to find me.
yep. If you like these late ones, then
Oh, I have no problem with it. I don't mind late matches at all.
okay.
Oh,
Thanks,
again,
Morty.
of course, man. Have an amazing rest of your night.
You too.
That was Jen Plugs Dark Helmet of Strikers Gold. Here's the Knights of Chaos organization with their win at a 3-0 sweep over Zerberus. That is it from me. A long night of action. We come to an end somehow. Again, I'm tired. And I need to take a nap. But again, thank you all so much. I also, by the way, just thank you, JPEG, for the follow. I know you had to follow during the interview. I'll say it now. Thank you very much for that. Welcome to Spodia stream. Lovely to see you here. Again, that's it from me. Thank you all so much for joining. I'm going to take a nap. I'll see you guys later.